Right.
I don't know, guys. This might be the end.
I basically hobbled it off of the highway that way.
It's not good.
We are officially out of the city, and we are in New Jersey. Just filled up gas, and we're gonna see if we can make it maybe close to Pennsylvania.
Renegades, Pennsylvania! We just had a rather successful pit stop. We, A, ate part of the sandwich that Charlie's dad got us. Chef's kiss. Muy delicioso. I love it. B, very sneakily took our Nature's Head liquids container into the bathroom and emptied it. Wonderful. And C, I fixed one of the mirrors that was messed up, and then I messed the other mirror up. So it was overall a very successful pit stop. We like to pass the time on the road by watching comedy, and I play the ABC game, which is a license plate game, and just kind of looking around at stuff. For instance, right now we have a gorgeous sunset.
I had it all figured out. Knew which road I would go down. Thought I could do it all on my own, but then you came around.
We got to Walmart. It says no truck overnight parking, and it has a picture of like a semi truck on it.
We're like, we're not a semi-truck,
We're
so
not.
maybe we're good.
We might be semi okay. We haven't moved from Walmart. It closes in 10 minutes. We'll see if we get a knock or like some kind of super aggressive truck driver like we did in that one place, but I can't remember where we were. But yeah, tomorrow, more driving. Good morning, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so we're in Pennsylvania. We are going to see how far we make it today, but we are on the trek back to Colorado.
We stopped because Chase was driving down the road and he's like, I've just been wanting a Whopper so bad. And he saw a Burger King sign and he literally went right off the highway. And then we pulled up, got out of the bus, tried to walk up and saw that the dining room is closed and we don't fit through the drive-thru.
It's 9 feet. We're
9.
10-1.
Yeah, so he's a little sad. But he's currently watching a truck driver that's trying to walk through the drive-thru.
He's just walking up to the window. So if he comes back with a bag, I might be walking up too.
He did it. He walked up to the drive-thru to see if he can talk to someone through the window. Apparently he really wants his Whopper, so. Oh, Dooku got his burger. Dooku got it. Oh, and he got milkshakes. That's my man.
Success.
We ate our trash. It's pretty good as far as garbage goes. And now I get to sip on a milkshake while we roll down the road. We're about to be in Ohio, though, momentarily. And we'll probably start looking at where we're gonna sleep tonight. Ohio! I literally haven't grocery shopped since before the swap. That was the last time I grocery shopped, and then I just ate everything that was left over from it. But I'm a little inspired for my next trip to do some vegan options, and I also found rice packets that were pre-done in Jen's vehicle, her stash pantry. So eventually I'll go to the grocery store, but for now, we're eating that canned de la deliciousness. Morning, Ohio. It is not a great way to start the morning. We went to leave the infamous Cracker Barrel, and she won't turn over.
All right, so I'm pretty positive it's our fuel pump. Sounds like starter's trying. We're getting nothing. So put my ear to the gas pump, had her turn it just to the ignition on. No sound of the pump turning on. Downside is that means I gotta drop the whole tank and then get on top of the tank and pull the pump, put the new pump in. We're stuck in a Cracker Barrel parking lot, so should be awesome. Called Napa. They don't have the part in, but they're able to get it to their store by noon today, and then their driver will drive it out here, so they're going to give me a call when the driver's on his way.
She's just totally capable of doing this, but with minimal tools in the middle of a parking lot, it's probably just not safe or smart. So we're going to go to a mechanic, and I called AAA Turns out we had one more tow, which is awesome, and they can take us even though we're like kind of got a big ass. So
Yeah, we basically I got under there. I hit with PB blast. I tried to get the bolts to loosen up. They're not loosening, and it is from Ohio, and the bolts are just not in good condition. So my guess is they're gonna have to snap them or grind them off and reset new bolts into new holes. And while I could probably pull it off if I really had to, like I talked to my brother and he's like, dude, I wouldn't even try to do that in the parking lot with minimal tools. And he's a much better mechanic than I am, so I'm just going to take his advice. He was like, I would just bite the bullet and go to a mechanic if you could find one. We were lucky enough, out of 3 mechanics in this area, one of them sounded like a really nice guy and happens to have a lot big enough to fit us. So we are going to get the part shipped out here. It should be here around 2:30 or 3, and then we'll wait the hour or 2 for the tow to show up and be there around 5ish. I told him we'd probably be pulling in around 4 or 5. He said that's no problem. He's going to clear room in the lot and let us sleep in the RV in the lot, so we will still be able to stay in our house tonight, and then they'll work on it tomorrow, and hopefully then we'll be all good to roll. So
that saves us on A, paying for a tow, B, paying for a hotel, and C, Chase possibly getting crushed by our gas tank in the Cracker Barrel parking lot.
That I'm not as worried about, but I was worried about dropping it and then possibly, if those bolts don't work out, not being able to get it back up, and then it's a lot harder for the tow to get us. That was kind of what my brother was saying. He's like, you could get into it, but if you pull it apart and can't get it back up in there, now you're going to have a struggle getting a tow. And so we got a tow, we got a part, we got a mechanic. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day we're back on the road.
All right, she's up off the ground. We've had terrible luck recently, but at least we get to sleep in the lot. Mechanical work on it tomorrow. Should be all right. Seth, you're the man. Thank you. Seth of Mike's Towing. I took a little screen grab of the side of his truck, but that's the only person to tow us so far, but super nice guy. If you're ever in Ohio and need a lift, like, call Seth. He's the man.
Things are at least going pretty well. It's kind of crazy. These are the kind of things you know are gonna happen, but you're not always prepared for them to happen. I got up this morning thinking like, sweet, we're gonna get on the road early, probably like be a third of the way home by the end of the day, and we're gonna get back, we're gonna see all our friends and family, it's gonna be awesome. And then I turned the key and it wasn't awesome.
It's in, and now the real work begins.
Such good news.
Such good news.
The fuel pump is fine. It's a relay, which is much cheaper.
Relay
In fact,
module.
the entire experience here has been amazing. Really appreciate it. Got the keys? Hey, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Moore's downtown. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I might cry. She runs. She starts. Jeremy.
I didn't catch the tech's name, but the guy who was the tech who helped us out was also awesome. He was so sweet. Literally offered to like buy us lunch. They gave us some of their pizza. Like, just again, we've said it like 10 times, but couldn't state more how awesome
Amazing.
they were. And again, they could have taken total advantage of us. We didn't know what was going on. I thought it was a fuel pump. They could have charged us more, but they took the time to figure out what it really was. And we're back on the road.
We're getting on the road. Indiana.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are
Indianapolis.
Yeah, in Indianapolis. We made it.
No hiccups yesterday after we left the shop, which was awesome. We just decided to peel through. Got like he drove 4.5 hours.
Yeah, something like that. We're gonna try to get 4 or 5 today. We're about, I want to say, probably 16 hours, 17 hours from home. The last 15 miles of last night's drive literally took like almost an hour. Mm-hmm. There was construction on the highway, so they tried to take us some back route on the maps, and then that led to getting back on the highway, but the ramp to the highway was closed, so we had to drive through a bunch more back roads.
More country roads.
So we were just on like country roads and pitch black last night, along with a bunch of other people whose Apple Maps told them to go that way. So it was a little bit of a crapshoot trying to get through there, but we made it. We got our gas filled up. We are basically ready to rock and roll. We are, believe it or not, in a Cracker Barrel parking lot because we're in Indianapolis and there is no wild camping in Indianapolis. Alright, we are in Casey, Indiana.
Wrong. We're in Casey, Illinois.
Alright, we are in Casey, Illinois.
You're doing good.
Home of like the largest rocking chair,
It's
the largest chimes.
Their whole thing here is the little town, big stuff, little town, something like that. But yeah, we're gonna go check out a whole bunch of giant things. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Just that one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it pulls the middle one.
I like wind chimes quite a bit. Oh, you got it way better than I did. Tiny town, big things. Hi. We got a big Bible pole there. We got a pencil over there. Also, since we're inside the largest mailbox, you can actually mail stuff. Postage is necessary, but they'll actually mail stuff for you here. That's kind of cool.
It's the world's largest clogs. That's a big pencil.
I like tinga, and I like pollo asado, and I like, what's that one with the pineapple? El pastor. Yeah. So that's a big ass taco. And then this is a big
and
ass.
giant key. Alright, so the town was sweet, but as always, you gotta support the local town that you're in. So we're gonna try out Casey's Coffee Company.
Got a pretzel shop across the street.
Alright, we're at Casey Coffee Company. It is freaking popping in here, so I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty good.
It's decorated to the nines for Christmas, and all of their specialty coffees are named after Santa's reindeer.
Yeah, all the reindeer.
We got Dasher, which is a chai latte.
Yeah, vanilla chai latte, so pretty delish.
Support local businesses when you're touristing in their town, yo.
Yeah, as much as you can when you're cruising through a place like this. Just try to spend a little money at least, because it helps the town out. Bus parking. Bus. So they had parking just for us, so point for this town.
They knew we were coming. Here's the thing. Gus did this in Cinderella with corn. I can do it. Good news, bad news. Good news, we made it to Missouri. Bad news, we're having some kind of idle issue now. Chase is spitballing, troubleshooting, doing what he does best, which is saving our butts as always. Yeah, I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown. This stuff is super bomb, too good. Only 2 grams of sugar, tastes amazing, and it's, you know, good breakfast for the lazy. I added some granola, which lives in our mason jar home up here. I'm probably gonna throw some coconut into mine. Chase, do you want coconut?
I don't want coconut.
He doesn't want coconut. I'm gonna put coconut in mine.
Just granola for this guy.
Just granola.
I'm a fan of granola.
So I got my little coconut in my magnetic jar. Just sprinkles. Some chia seed. Because it's good for you. And adds a little extra something. So breakfast is served. And hopefully we'll get on the road in a few minutes. And is the connection okay? connection's all right, so we should be back on the road in a few moments. But we're only like 2 days away from home. So excited to see our dog. So excited. Jen actually bought that for us. I think the real goal was she was putting vegan foods in here that she knew she could eat because she was coming into the house for the swap. But turns out I really, really like it, and I'm definitely going to be buying more of that because it's a nice little treat. I also had like a big overhaul in the pantry this morning. I went through and cleaned out all the dry storage back down there. And I'm like really dead set on trying to eat well, even though we're going into the holiday season. So, Lady Bugout, you helped inspire that. We watched your video about what you eat in the van without refrigeration, and fine display of clean eating. I will say a fine display, Bugout. So, we're gonna get up on that train. If you don't watch Lady Bugout, give her a watch. She's awesome, like genuinely the sweetest human I think I've ever met. So, check out the Bugout, and we're gonna eat some clean food soon. Words. Words can't even begin to describe. More bus trouble.
Right.
I don't know, guys. This might be the end.
I basically hobbled it off of the highway that way.